2. Okay, welcome back to the 18-lane Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland for the 30th Irish Open Championships in association with Storm. And we're on final step 1, part 1. We're going to have 28 players go through from this squad and the next one. They're all going to be bowling 3 games. So it's a straight shootout. The top 28 from the 2 final steps will go through and will be joined by 4 other players that qualified earlier into final step 2, which will be played in the morning. Thanks again for everyone joining us. My name is Dom Gall from talktemping.net. You can find the results on tempingbowling.ie/Irish Open. But we'll give you a rundown of qualifying scores, people that made it through, and we'll let you know who's on the featured pairs before that. Andy Jones is on... Yeah, we've got the 4 lanes lined up. Andy Jones on 7 and 8, together with Alan Bride and Stephen Joyce. And then we've got on 9 and 10, Thomas Kaiko, Alan McDonnell and Anthony Simonson from the USA. 2-hander, talented young individual. He's opened up with a 10-pin and he's just going for his spare now. Picks it up fairly easy. So, qualifying was won by Ghislaine van der Tol from the Netherlands with 15-10 scratch and 15-52 with ladies bonus. Ramon Hilferink made it a top 2 for the Netherlands, qualifying with 15.27. Barry Foley from Ireland with 15.09. Nicola Pongolini from Italy with 14.97. Then Rob Thirlby with 14.78. Steve Gasmans from Belgium with 14.69. Lee Cocker from England with 14.45, followed by Patrick Meeker from the Netherlands with 14.43. Other players making it through included Andy Jones, Stephen Joyce, Alan Bride, Thomas Kaiko, Anthony Simonson, Alan McDonnell, Ina Ma Bjornsson, Timu Putkisto, Elko Gorta, Nicholas Yannick Sorensen, Stephen O'Connor, Jason Agate, Matthew Clayton, Edwin Van Aale, James Guthrie, Chris Sloan, the Sloan Ranger, Oke Broekhuizen, Jason Burns, Robert Lind, Richard Teese, Simon Shepherd, Owen McLaughlin, Liam Fitzpatrick, Laurie Sipler, and who else we got through? We've also got through Olli-Pekka Bajari from Finland, Stephen Gill from Scotland, Callum Simons from England, Bard Jensen from Norway, Ron Hurt from the USA. He's American serviceman stationed in Germany, and he's come second in this event before, and he's made the finals the last couple of years. Tore Tergersen, the Norwegian 2-time champion of this event and defending champion, won in 2017 and way back in 1996. Bram van Meerbergen from Belgium, Kira Ray from England, Jamie Bottomley, a former winner in 2014 from England, Aidan Byrne from Ireland, Karon Salama from Finland, Jeffrey Kingma from Holland, Daria Payak, Poland, Graham Turner, Ireland, Jean-Pierre Pognat from France, Tom Byrne from Northern Ireland is in the seniors, Nico Tienpont from the Netherlands, Jamie Elliott from England, Paul McCauley from Northern Ireland, Selwyn Morgan from England, and Colm Cloak from Ireland. So getting some chats coming in already. We've got Lorenzo says, Forza Nick, Ale Dali. The token Italian, Nicola Pongolini, or Pongo as he is known. Played well in the World Cup this year. And he blasted in a big set right at the end to qualify, 14.91. So 3 games. Top 28 from the 2 blocks will make it through. If you want to check the format or anything, if you've got any questions about the format, just go to 10pinbowling.ie/Irish Open and all the details you want will be there. Andy Jones then has opened up with the front 4 on 7 and 8. Jason Agate a little bit further down with a strike spare strike. The hot news was Paul Moore's gone out the tournament. 3-time champion of this event. 3-time European champion, PBA titleist, UK 10-pin Hall of Famer. He's done a lot. And he's out the tournament. Not happy. He went into the Desperado, shot a 221. The 3 players from the Desperado were Pete Rogers with a 279, James Claxton with a 243, and Nicole Sanders with 244, including her ladies bonus, 236 scratch. Alan Bride then from Ireland won a couple of blocks this week, and he's opened up with a strike spare double. David. So get your comments and chat coming in. Let us know who you're rooting for. Who do you want to win? Who do you think is going to win? So I'll give you a little bit of history about the Irish Open for anyone unfamiliar. Started in 1989. It came from an idea initially at the British Open way back in 1987. David Granger from the NST, or the Northern Scratch Tour in England, was talking to Jock Kai, who ran the British Open, and Bernard Gibbons, who worked at Stillorgan, and they decided they wanted to have some kind of Open. So they held one in 1988 called the Stillorgan Open. It was won by Chris Buck, and it did actually say on the trophy the first Irish Open. And then the official Irish Open started a year later in '89. So technically, Chris Buck won that one as well. And it would go around telling people that he won the first Irish Open twice, which in a small way he did. Past champions back in the anniversary year have included this year Eric Garda from Norway, Del Delaney from England, Nico Tiempont from the Netherlands, Paul Moore from England, Barry Foley, the only Irish winner in 30 years on the male side, Jamie Bottomley, Amanda Larkin, who's won it twice, and defending champions Tora Torgerson's won it twice, and Kira Ray, who came runner-up to Tora last year but won the female division. So over 30 years, the winners list has become a who's who of European talent. It all started in 1989, as I said, with Chris Buck became the first champion. The centre was still undergoing construction work at the time, taking it from 24 to 36 lanes. We're back down to 18 lanes, so 18 have disappeared in that time. International players making the trip the first time round included Norway's Arne Strom, and a man who comes to this event every year and to this day, Eric Garda, Sweden's Goran Bergendorf, and USA's Jim Williams joined bowlers from Holland, England and Scotland, and the home nation Ireland. And Chris Buck beat Eric Garda in the final, 198 to 158. Then a year later, the women came in, and they became a women's division. And the first champion was England's Kimberly Coote, now Oakley, and Steve Gomersall took the title in the second year. So winners over the years on the male side: Chris Buck, Steve Gomersall, Del Delaney, Marcel van der Bosch from the Netherlands, Nico Tiempont from the Netherlands. Jeff Buck became the second of the Buck brothers. 1995 was Nut Janssen, 96 Tore Torgersen. Thomas Leanderson won it in 97 and 99, with 98 going to Keith Hodge. And then a couple of Swedes won it after Thomas Leanderson, Matthias Erup and Peter Arlen. In 2002, Wim van der Veen from the Netherlands won it, followed by Paul Evans in 2003, and then Stuart Williams won it in 2004. Before his PBA days, Paul Moore won it in 2005, and then in 06, Sven Roger Olsen from Norway. 2007, Nick Froggatt from England, and then 2008 was Dom Barrett. Paul Moore won it for the second time in 2009, and then Barrett won it again for his second time in 2010, and followed it up the following year with another win to make it 3 wins for Barrett in 11. Then the PBA legend that is Brian Voss came over in 2012 and won it. Then we had the emotional 2013 win from Barry Foley, the only Irish male winner of it. Jamie Bottomley, left-hander from England, won it in 2014. And then Voss, the legend, was back again in 15 to win it. Paul Moore won it in 2016 for his 3rd time. And then, of course, last year, Tore Torgersen from Norway. Deborah Kelly: obviously like to see Matty Clayton do well because he's my son, but I'd also like to see his friend Chris Sloan win it. Sloan Ranger, what's he started with? I think he's on about 156 in the 7th, with a strike working in the 8th. Chris was struggling to qualify, and it went right down to the final squad before he made it in. He opened up with a 279 first game and finished with a 278 last game for 1391. But he's crept in. Moscow Filer: who's your favourite bowler to watch? Mine is Parker on the 3rd. That's an easy one. Amleto Monticelli, my boyhood idol. I got to meet him as well, and they say never meet your heroes, but that's not strictly true, because Amleto's probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Fit as a butcher's dog as well, for 50-odd-year-old now, and he goes running every morning and he's at the gym all the time. Actually visited his bowling centre in Venezuela, in Barquisimeto. Unfortunately, couldn't find him. But apparently he was in the back office, so when I texted him later, I said, "I've just been down to your bowl." I'm like, "Oh," he says, "Oh, you should have told him on reception, I was round the back." But really nice centre. So female winners: Kimberly Coote, I said, 1990 first winner. Then came Gina Wardle, Pauline Smith Buck, Tracy Dew. Pauline Smith won it again in 94. Anne Jacobs from South Africa in 95. Then came Lena Sulkinen in 96 from Denmark. Sharon Lowe from Malaysia in 97. And then Lena Sulkinen from Denmark won it again in 98. 99 was Jessica Olsen from Sweden, and 2000 was Janne Helm from Denmark. Lisa John, the UK 10-pin Hall of Famer, in 2001 from England. 2002 was Asa Waterland from Sweden. And then Kirsten Penny won it in 2003 and 4. Victoria Sofkova from Sweden won it in 2005. Laura Roney from Scotland in 2006. And then Karina Dykes won it in 2007 and 9. And in the middle there, 2008, was Ghislaine van der Tol, who's won qualifying this year, some 10 years later. 2011, Cassie Staudinger, now Cassie Barrett from Australia. 2012 was Hayley White, now Hayley Russell from England. Zara Giles in 2013, for those that know her as Zara Glover. 2014 was Hayley Rumkey from England, and in 15 and 16 it was won by Amanda Larkin. And then last year, Kira Ray won it for her first time. And that pretty much gives you the history of the Irish Open in a nutshell. Paul Lenzer says, ditto Dom, Amleto or Mark Roth. And Tom Aldino says, all right, Paul. So Anthony Simonson, stringing the strikes. He's opened up with a spare strike open frame split, but he's added 6 in a row now, as you will have been seeing in front of you. Alan Bride on 199 in the 8th with a strike in the 9th, going reasonably well. Looking further down, Jason Agate, 150 in the 7th with a double in frames 8 and 9. Yeah, you need them, don't you? I'm short-sighted, even if I looked through binoculars, I couldn't see. .245. My streaming partner, Simon Shepherd, has opened up with a 245. Half of me wants him to do well in the tournament, and half of me wants him to go out, so he comes and helps me work. But I'll go for the former. I'd like him to win a bit of money. He might give me some then. Stephen Joyce is stringing the strikes together, 85 in the 5th, but he's now got a 4-bagger in 6, 7, 8 and 9. If you just joined us, you're watching the 30th Anniversary Irish Open from the 18-lane Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stillorgan, Dublin, Ireland. The event sponsored by Storm in its third and final year of sponsorship. We're not sure who the sponsor of the event's going to be next year, whether it's going to be Storm or another company. If you're out there and you fancy sponsoring this event, get in touch with Sean Kennedy. Just comes up high there, Anthony Simonson. 196 now in the 8th. So yeah, just 28 players will go through from 54 players, I believe, over this block and the next one. I think that's what I was told at the beginning. But if you're in any doubts as to what is happening in this tournament, get yourself off to tenpinbowling.ie, and you've got all the rules and all the information you need. Shout out to Herbert Pickle at Bowling Digital for the reports that he's doing for us this week. Thank you, Herbert. And you can also get information from my website, or the one I work on, talktenpin.net. Also on our Facebook page, Talk Tenpin. A lot of other media up there, Slow-Mos, 360 Media. Thanks to Cubic for that. And a shout out to some of our other sponsors, Mao at Home, Starbucks, Crumlin Print, Cool Tech Refrigeration, Rox Jewelers, Eco Hygiene, Heineken, Glen Ely Foods, TGI Fridays, the Talbot Hotel, Frylight, and Dublin Food Sales. Thank you to all our sponsors for your kind support of the event yet again. So Simonson finishes with 236, or in Irish, 236. And then Danny Jones has also had a 236. Alan Bride with a 259. And Stephen Joyce can tap out for 235. So some big scores there on the featured pairs. Nicholas Yannick Sorensen ends with 193 for you Nicholas Yannick Sorensen fans. Jason Agate finished with 217. And can't see any scores further afield. But all the players are moving at least 4 lanes, so we're going to see a good spread of players over this 3-game block. Some big scores gone in this week. I think we've 8 300s so far, which is a new record for the tournament, 7 being the previous record. We've not seen one today. We've had a 298 from Ghislaine Stigter van der Tol in amongst her 50 million. 1552. So we're just waiting now for a few players to pop onto the featured pairs, and we'll let you know who they are. One of them is the Icelandic player, Inamar Bjornsson. Looks like we're going to see Big Elko from the Netherlands as well, possibly. Or is he just wandering past? We also have the Senior Irish Open going on at the moment. I don't have any standings for that at this present time, though. So I couldn't tell you who's up there. Like some of the seniors that made it through include Del Delaney, Eric Van Sabben, Paul McCauley, Nico Tiempon and Tom Byrne. And looking through the list, I don't think there's too many females. There's Ghislaine right at the top there. And then Daria Payuk, Kira Ray. So I think we've only got 3 women in the whole tournament now. I've got Sarah Flannery there as well. Is she in? Oh no, she's in it as well, Sarah Flannery. But not too many females in the event. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of those is going to pick up the title for the ladies. I think they get 500 euros for the ladies' title, but you can win the male title as well and get that cash. So technically speaking, you could win 4.5 grand if you're female, and only 4 if you're male. Rob Mudge says, feeling old in bed with a glass of John Smith's watching. Life just can't get any better than that, can it, Mudgy? Sitting in Spain with a glass of John Smith's in bed. Right, featured pairs now then. We've got Matty Clayton on 7 and 8 with Edwin Van Aale and James Guthrie. And on 9 and 10, we've got Inamar Bjornsson from Iceland, Timo Putkisto, who shot 300 this week from Finland, and Elko Gorta from the Netherlands. Big Bird, we call him, or I call him anyway. So you just joined us, Irish Open, Game 2, Final Step 1, Part 1. We've got 3 games in this one, and then we'll be back again for another 3 games in the next step, or the Part 2 of the Final Step 1. All a bit confusing when you get Final Step 1, Part 1, Part 2. Got 28 players over the 2 steps. We'll make it through to Final Step 2. It's going to be a late one tonight though. I think we'll be finished around about 1 o'clock in the morning, so you can stick around. There's going to be bowling all night now. And then we're in again at 9 o'clock for Final Step 2. But it all gets a bit more exciting. Bit of cheering going on there for Edwin Van Aale. So he's obviously got a fan club with him. Anthony Simonson down on 13 and 14. He's opened up with front three now. I think it's safe to say we're going to see the American through to the next final step, but it could all go wrong just yet. He's had a good first game. And he's pure in the first three of this second game. El Kogota, also perfect after 2 frames. Paul Edser says, do they still do a fun, run a side tournament at Dundrum? They run one up at Alsa. There's an Alsa tournament going on. There's a lot of players go up there and play. I think it's just 5 games or something. Tomaldino. Oh well, me old pal. When are you making the big return? Must be itching. You can't mean me. I'm not itching to come back. My days of bowling are over. Too busy with this. Ina Ma Bjornsson. Spare double now on the featured pair of 9 and 10. On the right hand side of your screen. Wearing blue. So Big Elko looking for 3 in a row now. Oh! Leaves a 9 pin, but pin comes flying around and takes it out. Andy Jones on front 3. Simonson's added another one for front 4. Thomas Kaiko with a strike spare turkey. Simonson on the approach now, looking for number 5 in a minute. A turkey for Edwin Van Aale, front 3. That's all the cheering going on for Edwin. Tomaldino, no mate, Dundrum has a big shopping centre on it now. Mark Delaney runs on Alsa, beside the airport. Simonson's adds another one for 5 in a row. Ka-ching. But you would probably lay money on Simonson being there and thereabouts at the end. It's going to be interesting to see how Ghislaine performs later on. She's been by far the best player. She beat all the men so far. Very difficult to win qualifying and then win the tournament. You see it many times where somebody shoots 1,500 and then goes out in 2 rounds. Barry Foley said it himself, he was leading it and he didn't want to be leading it. He was happy to be 2nd or 3rd, but he didn't want to be the guy that was leading it at the end, because he knows the rules. It's very hard to win it from the start, especially when you're getting into match play later on. Anything can happen. So Edwin Van Aale looking for 4-0. There'll be a big cheer if he gets it. There you go. Simonson then on the approach, 2-handed style. With rotor grip shirt on, looking for 6. And he rips the crap out of that one. Thomas Kaiko also keeps striking. He's on a 280 pace on the same lane as Simonson, so we could have a 300 and a 280 on the same lane. Matty Clayton starting to strike now. Three spares and a split, and his first strike's coming in frame 5. I might try and spin the camera around to Simonson in a bit if it looks like we're going to get 300, but I'll go down and video it anyway and stick it online. Eight 300s so far. Oh, and big cheer for the Icelandic lad now, Einar Bjornsson. Was a squad winner earlier on in the tournament. We got him on an interview in the Storm Virtual Studio. So on 88 in the 4th is Einar, with a double working in frames 5 and 6. Elko Gorta on a 296. Front 3, 6 spare strike. And the run of strikes for Ale has finished. Edwin Van Ale. He's just left a single pin spare. Yeah, Paul in replying to Tom Aldino says he's too old to get back into it, plus it's a completely different game now. That's so true. All those players that were crankers in the late 80s and 90s, well, before Reactive, seemed to just disappear. I don't know about you guys, but Reactive killed me when I came out. I had a big hook with a urethane, and then I was just shooting right angles with Reactive. Just couldn't keep the thing on the lane. Oh, another one there for the Icelandic lad. Simonson's got 7 now. Oh, 8, sorry. 8, get it right. I'm doing him out of a strike there. When he gets to 9, or when he gets to the 10th, I'm going to go down there and film it. I don't think we're going to be able to spin the camera and get any kind of decent view of it. But I'll film it and I'll stick it straight on Facebook so you can watch it. If he gets it, that is. He's not had one yet. Most of the big name players have not shot 300 yet. It's I won't say the lesser players, because they're not lesser, they're just not as well known as some of the other ones. All useful players here. Very hard to predict the winner. I went for Paul Moore, but he's out. Gone. See ya. Gone to bed. We're going to get another big cheer then from Einar Bjornsson. He's on 3 in a row. He's got the crowd wanting him at the back. Elko Gorta had an open frame in the 7th. He's on 150, but he's come back with a strike. Just the 3 games, so you can't really afford anything too bad in your first game or second game. You're going to have to put 3 220s on the board at least. Front 9, yeah. Or front 10 now. I better get down there. I'm going to be back in a minute, folks, just in case I miss a 300. We saw 280 there from Thomas Kaiko, and Anthony Simonson left a 10 pin on his first shot in the 10th, so we're not going to get 300. But it's still going to be a big game. I think he shot 236 with it first game, something like that. He's going to be leading it then. Thomas Kaiko is going to be up there with him. Ingemar Bjornsson still striking, as you will have heard. 6 in a row now. Putting in a big game. Elke Gorta is going to finish with a 209 with a spare strike if he does it. Keep the comments and chat coming in. If you just joined us, you're watching the 30th anniversary Irish Open from the Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stillorgan, Ireland. Your featured pairs, Matty Clayton not having a good one. 127 in the 8th. And he's going for a 7 pin. No, sorry, 8 pin. Oh, 7 pin. And another strike for Ina. He's playing to the crowd. Giving him a little bit of love, and he's responding to it. Just a frame or so away from the end of this second game, and it's going to get exciting in the third one as people try and get as high as possible in this block. 28 go through from this one and the next one, so it's going to be squeaky bum time for a lot of people waiting for the next squad. They'll have to wait until late until they'll know if they make it through into the next round tomorrow morning. But 268 there for Ingemar Bjornsson from Iceland. Only one bowling centre in Iceland, one main one, and then they've got a little 3-lane centre somewhere else, so 2 centres but 1 main one. Deborah Kelly says, that's because I'm watching him. Come on, son. Proud of you, whatever happens. Talking about Matty Clayton. Well, he struck in the 10th, so if he can salvage this for a 177. Not sure what he had first game. Hopefully it's going to be over 2. It's going to leave him a lot of work to do in the last one, depending on what he said. There's a good double there. I'll see if I can grab him when he's going past. Find out what he's had so far. .209 then for Elke Gorta. And Timu Pupkisto finished with a 191. James Guthrie with a 213. Matty Clayton strikes out. That's a little bit better, 177. And just Edwin Van Aale to finish on the featured pairs now. 245 he can tap out for.
Matty, what did you have first game? 226.
So 226 for Matty Clayton first game, 177 second. So he's going to have to shoot something pretty big to give himself a chance of getting through in the 28. I think you're looking at least being 70 or 80 over, maybe more. Yeah, 226 first, Deborah. Tom Aldino says to Paul Ed, so you're going to have to come over next year. Relive a few memories and a few shandies. So Edwin Van Aale is going to finish with 223. One game to go then. We're just getting players moving around now, so we'll find out who's on the featured pairs. Tom Aldino asking, who do I fancy after the first cut? Well, Simonson for one. Definitely Simonson. He's going to be there and thereabouts, I think. Barry Foley's been an animal this week. He's been really good. Whether he can see it through till the end, that's another matter, but Barry Foley's definitely going to be in the mix at the end. It's a tough one. Some pretty good players on there. You'd obviously fancied ones, Tora Torgerson and Simonson and Richie Teese, of course. But there's a lot of useful players that can win it. Ghislaine van der Tol, of course. Stick to van der Tol. She's been different gravy today. Not sure who it was, but there's a 2:23 down there from Simon Shepherd. I think the obvious answer to Maldo, to who do you fancy after the first cut, would be Daria, wouldn't it? Second game, Simon? 2:12. So what's that, you 50 over? Yeah. Add another 20 or 30 to that then, at least. Yeah, I think anywhere over 60, 70, 80 shouldn't be too bad. Just shoot 300 and have done. So Matty Clayton starting up now on lane 11. Gonna have to go some. He's come through the face and left between the corner. Gonna rely on a 290 now. I think one of the players we're going to see is Laurie Sibler. So at 7 and 8 we've got Olli-Pekka Pajari, Callum Simons and Stephen Gill from Scotland. Come on for the chat. Nah. Why not? Trying to get Rob Thirlby to come on, but he won't. We'll find out in a moment who's on 9 and 10. Simonson's just struck again on 18, I think. Looks like they're going to be finished before anybody else, so we'll get a look at some of their scores down there in a moment. Well, 10 minutes or so. 10, 15 minutes. You just joined us, you're watching the 30th anniversary Irish Open from Ireland. Well, it will be if it's Irish Open, won't it? So, Owen McLaughlin, Liam Fitzpatrick and Laurie Sibler are your players on 9 and 10 to the right of your screen. Owen McLaughlin bowled a 300 this week. He's one of the 8 that bowled one. They all get a share of €300. Unless we have any more, of course. And then more will get a share. Oh, Simon Shepherd trips out a 2-8 sleeper for a strike. My streaming partner. He could be making it through to final step 2 at this rate. Dizzy, dizzy, dizzy heights. Olli-Pekka Pajari opens up with a double. Stephen Gill with a strike and Callum Simons with a strike spare on 7 and 8. If you're watching, come on the chat. Let us know where you are in the world. Be nice to see which countries we've got besides the obvious local ones. We had Australia and USA, obviously, and a load of other countries last year. Someone asked Donald Trump if he's going to watch. Just send him a tweet. Trump likes a bit of bowling. Ollie Pekabajari has 3 in a row this time. Stephen Gill on a double. Ooh, and a big shot there from Callum Simons. Strike 9, spare strike. Paul Edson says, come on, Thirlby Light, talk to us mortals. Come on, they're asking for you. Come on, Thirlby Light. Come and chat to us. Deborah Kelly says this is one of Matty Clayton's favourite tournaments. He loves coming over there, whether he does well or not. Yeah, it is a popular one with a lot of the European players for a number of reasons, not least the tournament. It's a great place, is Ireland, if you've never been. I mean, I've only really been to Dublin, but it's a beautiful place when you get outside the cities. You go see the causeway and the green hills. Timo Pukisto's opened up with front 4, down on 13 and 14. Deborah Kelly says, thinks Trump's in his urgent Senate meeting. He might want a bit of time off to watch a bit of bowling. Just somebody tweet him. Donald, check out the American 2-hander at the Irish Open. And of course Guinness. Yeah, a lot of people come for the Guinness. Or they go to the Guinness Museum. It's weird, isn't it? You won't get many men going to a museum, but they mention it's the Guinness Museum and all of a sudden they all want to go. Come on, Owen, says Tomaldino. Spare strike for Owen so far. Liam Fitzpatrick with a strike spare. Laurie Sipila with a double. Good crowd at the back now, all watching the play. Stephen Gill then lining himself up for a strike. Double spare strike for Stephen Gill. Double spare strike. 277 pace at the minute. Inamar Bjornsson still striking. Anytime you hear the cheering, that's usually for Inamar. Pekka Bajari has left a 7-10 after shooting the front 4. James Guthrie from Scotland has opened up with front 4. Helvet Brenner says, Mould Norway, we have 4 contenders for this year's Irish Open. Well, to be fair, the Norwegians sent about 30 players. So it's not a big surprise to see 4 of them in there. They are very good players, a lot of the Norwegian players. Led by the front by Tore Torgersen, usually. The legend that is Tore. Fine figure of a man for 50-year-old as well. I might have to lose a lot of weight to look that good at 50. And I've got no chance because the hair's gone. Owen McLaughlin, spare Turkey. Loris Sipile, front three. Callum Simons has had another one on his 280 pace. Strike, spare Turkey. And Sipile back on strike in the pink and black DV8 shirt. I've got one like that. But I've got Diva on the front. Deborah Kelly says Tora looks about 20. I don't know if I'd go 20. I'd go 30, but I won't go 20. But he looked good. If I were that way inclined, I'd date him. Ian Fitzpatrick. Strike. 2 spares and a strike. Laurie Sipile, front 4. I give about 2 or 3 minutes. Now I'm going to run down to 17 and 18 and see how Simonson's finished up, because it looks like they're going to finish very shortly, within a frame or so. It looks like Thomas Kaiko and Anthony Simonson were going to make it through. They were flying earlier on. They look like they're striking for fun at the moment. Stephen Gill back on strike. One of Scotland's hopes this year. Quite a few Scots have made it through. They'll be fancying their chances. There's been no male Scottish winners in 30 years, so now would be the time to have one. Helvet Brenner says it's a Norwegian invasion. Yeah, the Vikings have come. Another cheering strike for Inamar Bjornsson. Robert Mudge saying I played in Palmerstown in the match play many moons ago. Is it still there? Right, bear with me a minute, folks. I'm going to run down to 17 and 18 and find out how Mr. Simonson's got on. Right, so 768 for Anthony Simonson and a 696 for Thomas Kaiko. He's going to see those two safely through. Looks like Mr. Simonson is going to be the leader after the first part. And it also looks like Inamar Bjornsson's going to be making it through. There's a lot of cheering going on for him. Stringing the strikes again. He looks like he's going to finish with about a 220 or 30 in this last game. Adding to his other ones, he's going to put him around about 700, I think. And another big cheer for Edwin Van Aale, but he looks like he's running out of time now to do anything. Matty Clayton's beginning to strike. Is it a little too late or not? But yep, 4 in a row now. 88 in the 5th. With a 4-bagger on the sheet now. So 238 he can finish with. That'll put him. No, well, he's not going to have enough. He's only going to be about 640, almost 650. It might not be enough. I think you're looking at least 660 over. 60 over to make it through over the 28. Probably more. Depends what the next lot do. A pretty quick first part of the step. We're almost done now. And another massive cheer for Inamar Bjornsson. Is it 231 or 221 for Inamar? Can't really see it. It looks like he's done enough to get through. As featured pairs, Owen McLaughlin. 138 in the 6th with a strike in the 7th, and he's just left an 8 count. Liam Fitzpatrick's doing okay. Strike, couple of 9 spares, and then 4-bagger. Laurie Sippler's on a 278 pace on 10. 128 in the 5th. Stephen Gill just looks like he's running out of steam a little bit. And Olli-Pekka Pajari will finish with a 221 if he taps out. James Guthrie finishes with 244 if he strikes. Laurie Sippler going for another one. Yeah, good shot. He needs that 278 by the looks of it. Callum Simons is going to finish with a 216. Not sure what he's had for his other ones, for you Callum Simons fans. So we're just coming up to the end of the last game, the 3rd game of this final step 1, part 1. 241 there for James Guthrie, 2207 for Matty Clayton. Looks like he's out. Another big cheer for Edwin Van Aale. Anyone would think he's on the 300, but he's only on like 220. Imagine what it'd be like if he were on 300. Olli-Pekka Pajari finishes with 219, 212 for Callum Simons. They've just joined us, 768 for the two-handed American Anthony Simonson. He of Team Fish fame. big cheer for Edwin. A lot of cheering for a 228. Yeah, Fitzpatrick still going for it. Yeah, that's the biggest lot of cheers for the 228 I've ever seen. Has he done enough to get through? We'll see. Keep watching the scores on tempingbowling.ie/Irish Open. The results will be up as quick as they get them done. Oh, Richie Teese is on. I never saw Teese. I don't know what he's had. He's had a 217 that game, but I don't know what he had for his others. Simon's been on with Richie, so when Simon comes up, he'll be able to tell us. So Sippler looking for 3 more strikes for a 278. Gets the first one. Richie. You had 750? Yeah? 740? Yeah. Richie Teese had 740. So he's going to be in. Oh, Biscuit. Just about concludes the block. I'm not going to be able to give you any scores as such, just what I can glean off other players as to what they had. What did Liam have other two, Rob? What did Liam have for his other two?
58, so
It was 58 over. Yeah, he's done enough then. Yeah. Yeah, Liam can now tap out for a 247, which put him about almost 100 over, almost to 700. So he's going to be in. Well, I say he's going to be in. It depends what everybody does in the next block. But I think if you shot 700, you're going to feel fairly confident that you're going to make it to final step 2. Owen McLaughlin looks like he's going to go out. 191 there. Not sure what he had in his other ones, but he has a look of I'm going home about him. 264 for Laurie Sipila. Chances are we're going to see him later on. As I said, when we get the scores, we'll be able to announce them in the second part of the final step 1. 247 there for the Englishman. Right then, so that just about concludes that. Who can we pull in for an interview? Where's Mr. Simonson? Did he disappear? Be nice to have a chat with him. Anthony, you okay for a quick interview, please? Yeah, please, mate. Have a seat there, sir. Get you set up. On that one. Right, we'll just get you set in. You hear me okay, Anthony?
yes, sir.
Oh, you don't need to call me sir.
Have it.
You're too polite. Right, we're here with Anthony Simonson. 768, did you say?
Yes.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, so far, now it's kind of the survival stage of the format of the tournament. So we're able to get through another round, and we come back tomorrow morning.
Well, I think you're definitely back in the morning now. There's not going to be too many go past 7:68, I don't think. Have you enjoyed your first trip to Ireland?
Yeah, it's been an absolute blast. I've been staying with Chris Sloan, so he's kind of taking me around the town a little bit, letting me explore. It's my first trip here, and I'm looking forward to coming back for sure.
He's not getting you drunk everywhere, is he?
No.
Not officially on screen, anyway. Did you change anything in those 3 games? Did you stick with the same ball or line or anything? Find any different transition?
I used the same ball. I started the very first block. I bowled 2 qualifying blocks. The first block I bowled 559 out of the gate, and then didn't really have too much. I was bowling 220 every game from there. The squad I bowled earlier today at the 4 p.m. squad, basically had the same thing. I was bowling 220 every game. Decided to move a little closer back to the right, throw a little harder, keep my angles a little more closed. Was able to bowl like 740, I think, the last 3 there, and that was kind of my game plan coming into this set, and it worked out. Besides, a couple clueless shots, but other than that, everything looked pretty good.
Which balls have been working for you this week?
Hustle Inc. has been the one that I've been stringing the most strikes with.
And how will you attack the finals now? Will you just play it as it comes?
Yeah, same thing. I'm not really going to change too much of what I'm doing. I know I've got the ball reaction to throw a 6 or 7 bagger every game, and I'll put that up and see what happens.
How's your game improved since you've been playing around the world a little bit more? You're a talented American to start with, but now you've experienced the world game a little bit. Has that added anything to you?
I just try to pay attention to everything. When people are bowling well, I'm struggling. See, why they're striking, why I'm not. And just getting to see a vast variety of styles from around the world gives you different ideas, in certain aspects of the game.
Yeah. What have you got coming up this year then, besides the PBA? You're going to be out in Europe a little bit more, or the world?
Yeah, we're bowling a tournament in Basel, France. I can't remember the exact name of that event. The Euro Challenge. And then honestly, I haven't looked past that in my schedule yet.
You need to get back to America for a while, don't you? And get back home to your good lady.
Yeah, we're home for about 6 days.
Yeah.
And then I'm back on the road for 3 weeks for the 3 major swings back to back to back.
Yeah, the PBA event. So good luck with those, and hopefully we're going to get to chat you again if you're the champion. We've not had we have an American winner, but it's Mr. Voss.
Okay.
So you're following Mr. Voss as the next American to win it.
Hopefully we can
if you do.
That's the plan always.
Well, good luck, and it's nice to meet you, Anthony, and hopefully you do well in the final.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers, boss. Thank you. Good luck. Right, so that just about concludes our first block. We're going to find out in about, 40 minutes or so. They're just doing the lanes now for the next step. So stick around. Go get yourself a sandwich, a beer, a break or something, and come back and watch the next bit of bowling. I promise it's going to be exciting. So I've been Dom Gall. You've been great. Speak to you soon.
better than 8:30.
So this is symmetric, and this is
last 5 minutes of my last 2 minutes, close it. Don't do that, Jamie. Might go flying. Getting on a bit, that stuff. Will be blocked on all multiple devices. So I will view this part of the video and upload it again. especially if you get your match winner.
Check-in is now open, please, for the next round. So, Graham
still playing. Yeah. Yeah, we said we're Desperado. That's what it's saying. I think he's going to see.
Now, good evening, bowlers. Everybody's checked in early, so we get going very soon. So report your lanes. We'll commence in a few minutes.
Hello and welcome back to the 30th anniversary Irish Open live from the 18-lane Leisureplex Bowling Centre in Stirling, Ireland. My name's Dom Gall from TalkTemping.net. Hello. And we're into the second part of the final step one. 28 players over 2 blocks will make it through. Got cut out then, back in again. Wants to be a little bit louder, I think. Go, 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 yep. All right, is that better? There we go. Right, where are we? On our featured pairs then, on 7 to 10, we have Tolle Torgersen, Bad Jensen, Ron Hurt, Bram van Meerbergen, Kira Ray and Jamie Bottomley. Just got to spread the web address a little bit. So if you could share the web address with as many of your friends as possible, we'd really appreciate it. It would be nice to get a lot of people watching this final step final step 1, sorry, part 2. Just sharing the link on a few pages before we get started to try and boost the numbers of the watchers. Thanks to everyone that's been watching the show all weekend so far, or all week. Bear with me a couple of minutes while I just share these and then we can get right into it. Here, sound's gone. Oh, right. What's that? What's happening there? I've got sound's gone off and then it's cutting in again. Have we got something that's catching somewhere? Are we back? Oh, we're back. Ah, that's that. Yes, it's that one. That one. So you've got to watch. Oh, don't touch it. One. Yeah, we're in. Right, don't touch it. It's something to do with that one. That was me. Right. Bram van Meerbergen front 2, Jamie Bottomley front 2, Ron Hurts open with a strike, Tolle Torgersen with a 9-spare 9. If you go to talktemping.net, you'll see the scores from the first part of the final step. I'll give you a rundown of who's done what in that first block. Then Anthony Simonson had 768 to lead the way. Richard Thies, the other PBA star there, 739. Inamar Björnsson from Iceland had 722, and Ola-Pekka Pajari from Finland with 710. Jason Nege had 708, and Liam Fitzpatrick 704. Thomas Kaiko had 697. Simon Shepherd sat next to me, twiddling the dials at the moment, had 692. Laurie Sippler from Finland, 690. James Guthrie from Scotland, 680. Stephen O'Connor, 669. Timo Putkisto, 665. Andy Jones, 665. Robert Lynn, 659. 652 for Edwin Van Aale. And Nicholas Yannick Sorensen with 650. And then under the 650 mark, we had Stephen Gill, Alan McDonald, Stephen Joyce, Chris Sloan with 629. Not looking good for Chris to go through, depending on what we see here. There's going to be 28 players from that first block and this one that will go through. Owen McLaughlin, Alan Bride, Jason Burns, Matty Clayton, Callum Simons, Elko Gorta, and Ork Brooks-Hausen at the bottom end there. So as I said, top 28. go through over, I think, 54 players or something.
Yeah, 54.
54. Just razz yours up a little bit so I can hear you as well. We've had to drop off Squad 14 from YouTube at the moment because for some reason they've put a copyright claim on it of YouTube for some music somewhere. We've been through it and we can't hear any music, so I think it's just YouTube playing games. But we'll edit Squad 14 and get it uploaded in a day or so. So anybody that bowled in that Squad 14 wanting to watch it back, it won't be too long.
Yeah, I think it will be Monday. Not really early because we need my laptop for editing, for streaming as well.
Yeah.
And so it will be Monday, I think. Monday evening.
No worries. Steve Carnage says, hi Dom, how many bowlers in final step 1? 54 in total. And 28 are going to go through. Just had a little bit of gain because it's... That's better. David Middleton says, come on, Jamie Elliott. So Bram van Meerbergen opens up with front 4. Meerbergen. Meerbergen. I can't do all that.
Stupid G.
I need a bit of phlegm for that. Jamie Bottomley on a 279 pace, double 9 space strike. Kira Ray with a strike, 8-1 double. Kira, runner-up last year to Tora Torgerson, played Tora in the final, but she won the female title. Walked away with about $3,500 last year, did Kira.
Yeah.
And says, have you still got it? She says, yeah, it's in my bank. But wow. If that were a lad, that'd have been gone after 20 minutes. But girls know how to save, don't they? But she's not bowled any tournaments at all this last year. The last one she played was this one, so that's probably why she's still got some money in the bank.
Yeah.
Brammy Bergen gets another strike. Who else can we share it with? Let's share it with the IBMA. Let's stick it on the Storm page. It's their tournament. You're welcome, Steve. Just saying thank you for the details on who's doing what and how they get through and stuff. Daria Payuk from Poland, 108 in the 5th with strike working in the 6th. A little bit of debate earlier that where was the Polish flag? We've got the Irish flag, the Welsh, Scottish. What's that one there? It's supposed to be the American one. Oh no, the American one's there. What's that one there?
We in front of the Storm and Walker.
No, the one next to it.
Malaysia or something.
It looks like Malaysia, but we've got no Malaysians here. Anyway, we were asking where's the Polish flag, and the mechanic says we ran out of poles.
Yeah, Malaysia.
Malaysia. It must have been one for, yeah. I thought it was Malaysia. We've got no Malaysians here. It must have been one they had from when Sharon Lowe won it. And Jamie threw a little bit of a loose one there. Keep your comments and chat coming in. My name is Don Gall from TalkTemping.net, and you're watching the 30th anniversary Irish Open. 8 300s we've seen this week already. Not had one today though. 298 earlier on in the day, the very first game actually from Ghislaine Stigter van der Tol. On her way to a 15.10 scratch and 15.52 with ladies bonus. She led qualifying, won qualifying basically. And we'll be seeing her tomorrow at some stage.
Yeah, final step 3, I think.
Final step 3, yeah. She's got herself a couple of buys. So Bram van Meerbergen is on 139 in the 5th with a spare working in the 6th frame. Tora Torgerson beginning to strike now, 65 in the 4th with a turkey on the board. Ron Hurt steadily away, started off with a turkey, couple of spares and a strike. Ron from America, and he's one of your fine servicemen stationed in Germany. I'm not sure exactly what he does in the military. A very nice guy. And like all Americans, you see them all around the world. They're not big names or anything. Even the Americans don't know who they are. But pretty quality players. A lot of good American servicemen in Germany. Brian Voss came from over there. David Hasselvoss. Jean-Pierre Bougnot from France. He has got a strike and a 7-2, and he has a 4 in a row and a 9 spare. Ooh la la. A bit of a loose one there from Bram.
As the scores are going to be this high as again in this squad, the cut will be very high.
It will be pretty scary, but we might be right with that 660.
I'm even scared with my 690.
Oh no! Don't be scared with the 690.
Yeah. I am.
This isn't the Brunswick Euro Challenge.
Still
All the ball
doesn't
master.
matter.
High scoring, but maybe not that high. Although the cream usually rises to the top and the good bowlers start to perform. Some of them haven't though. Paul Moore's out the tournament.
Some are on the nomination to get out.
Sorry?
Some are on the nomination to get thrown out of the tournament.
Jamie Bottomley, 2014 winner. 135 in the 6th, and he's missed a 7th pin.
Got stuck on our approach.
Yeah. He's carrying a bit of a leg injury, Jamie was telling me yesterday. The back of his right leg is giving him a little bit of jip. Keep your comments in chat coming in. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to win? If you don't care who wins, just put don't care who wins. Just watching bowling. Because it's fun. Ron Hurt's adding another one for a turkey, 118 in the 5th with a turkey on the board. Get yourself off to tenpinbowling.ie/Irish Open for all the latest results. You can also find them on talktenpin.net and bowlingdigital.com. Thanks to Herbert Bickel out there in Germany for that. Thanks also to Storm, our main sponsor for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I heard some rumors that the Boss of Storm will be coming in tomorrow.
Who?
Boss of Storm.
Yeah, they keep saying that, but
we will see.
And Roger Witchelow from Bowltech, he didn't know he was coming, and he would have thought what he would have known. So he says, well, are you sure I'm not getting him mixed up with Bill Supper? I said, well, technically, they're both called Bill. Bill Chrisman, Bill Supper. No, I'm pretty sure it's Bill Chrisman that's coming, because he's playing golf with Bernard Gibbons or something. So, I don't know. Who knows?
We will
Hopefully, we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully Bill does come in. Be nice to have a chat with Bill Chrisman. Never met the man. Seen him, saw him in Shanghai, but I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Dodgy Dom from Leeds, Bill. Can I have some sponsorship, please? We've been doing some good crap on your streaming for the last 3 years. Nobody doing virtual studio like us. How about a bit of love? Skyter says, is someone left from Norway?
We have
We've got Tara.
Tore, Bart Jensen.
Yep, Jensen. There's quite a few Norwegians still in, I think. Who did we have in the first block from Norway? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Who've we got? No, nobody in that first block from Norway. Oh yeah, one. Robert Lind was on 6:59, so he's
Same pair as me as well, yeah.
he's sweating on a number at the moment. So yeah, 28 go through from the 2 blocks. We think, well, I think it's going to be around about 660. There was some debate as to it could be as low as 640 or 650, but I think it's going to be quite high. But I've been known to be wrong in the past on a great number of occasions. Well, I went for Paul Moore as a possible winner, and he's gone home.
Yeah, he finished on the featured drive lanes
Yeah.
on this squad, and he was
Missed out on the Desperado with a 221.
He was really grumpy after the squad.
He was grumpy while we're on. He was walking up and down. He's looking at all the scores. So I'm looking at him and thinking, well, he wants to know what everybody's doing. So that when the first score came in, the 221 down the bottom, I came back and I went 221 in. He went, I don't want to know. Like, well, what are you walking up and down lanes for, you muppet? And he kept doing that. He kept walking up and down, looking at the scores. I'm like, well, you don't want to know? Well, stop it. Snap out of it, sunshine. I didn't say that because it would have just wound him up a bit more. Oh, Ron threw that one a little bit wide. Is that a honey badger he's playing with?
Yep.
Yeah, people are loving the honey badger at the moment. I don't know whether it's because they like a golden ball or it's just because it's got a cool name, or it's because a honey badger is actually a badass animal.
Probably because it's a good ball.
Yeah. Yeah, they're making a name for themselves now, global. Starting to get a few more players and more people playing with the brand. It is connected with Storm, I believe. It's owned by Storm, although it's a separate entity. Together with Rotor Grip and, of course, the main Storm brand. So he featured pairs, nothing much to report other than a 232 from, who was that?
Ron.
That was Ron.
Yep.
A 232 from Ron and a 213 from Tore Torgersen, TT. Sporting a black eye this week is Tore, and asked him what happened, and he just said, I don't know, to be honest, but this guy just hit me. Like no reason for it. It was just one of them random hits, I think. $203 for Daria Payuk.
She got to step up a little bit because this won't be enough for her.
Yeah, 203 is not going to be enough. She's going to need another 60 on top of that.
At least.
At least, yeah, to be feeling safe. But she plays with a smile on her face, does Daria.
Always.
Always.
Yeah,
a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, I was watching her ball yesterday, and she was talking with Ramon. Ramon said, take that ball and play a little bit straighter. But that's not fun. She likes to hook it.
She does. She's more male than female when it comes to that.
More hook is better for her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not frightened to try a bit of lofting and stuff, is she? I don't think we've seen the best of Daria yet.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna win a few more titles yet. She's only really just coming into her own, finding her way in the sport. Already got a first PWBA title. 213 for the 214 champion Jamie Bottomley. Bram van Meerbergen. Was that better?
Yeah.
With a 254. Kira Ray, 133 in the 7th with 2 strikes in 8 and 9, so she can tap out for 223. The Frenchman at 202, Jean-Pierre. Nothing much on 11 and 12 for the other 2 players. We're going to get another 4 players coming through in a moment. Good into game 2. Oh, a big shout there for Nico Tienpont. How do you say his surname?
Huh?
Nico's. Tienpont.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Do you pronounce the T and the D, or? I say Tienpont.
Tienpont. You really not.
Tienpont.
Yeah, not really using the H in it.
Right. We just call him Nico.
Yeah. Just like my name.
Nico! Yeah, he's trying to be the first person ever to have won the main event and the senior event. Nobody's done it yet.
We will see.
But there's Del Delaney in there. There's 2 former champions in the senior division. Oh, another big strike there for Nico. Got Turkey. Keep your comment and chat coming in. Got any questions? Need any answers? Just wanna...
I ain't gonna sign up for today.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, but I'm really
You're
going.
definitely going to go. Well,
Yeah.
you've got to be up at crack of morning anyway, haven't you?
Yeah, and that's to be fit.
Right, no snoring then. We're sharing a room, so...
See you tomorrow, and hopefully I will get biceps too as well.
Yeah.
We will see.
Make a few euros tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see you in the morning, Simon. Good
See
luck.
you.
I was just waiting then for the next set of 4 players. Sorry, 6 players to make it to our featured pairs of 7 to 10. Looks like it's going to be another late night tonight, probably about 12:30ish before we get done. And then we have to wait for scores, find out who's going to make it through to tomorrow morning. Yeah, Steve Carnage says never realised there was a senior division, as there is a senior Irish Open in September each year. Yep, yeah, there's been a senior event here for the last few years now. Not sure how much they win or anything, but it's pretty well attended. Not as not as well attended as it maybe could be. A lot more of the English seniors could come over for this event. But the seniors can win their event, and they can do well in the main event as well. So you can make a bit of cash, you disposable income seniors. You've got plenty of cash already, but a lot of you. Skyter saying, how long will we be live? Another 2 games, however long that takes. At least another hour and a bit. And obviously we're live all day tomorrow till about 3 or 4 o'clock when we find our 2018 champions. So we've got on our featured pairs now, Tom Byrne, I think was the senior Irish Open winner last year in this event. Nico Tienpont, Jamie Elliott, and then on 9 and 10 we've got Aidan Byrne, who bowled a 300 on Wednesday, Caron Salama and Jeffrey Kingman. Big crowd at the back watching the bowling. If you'd like to know any information about the history of the Irish Open, if you go to talktemping.net and just click on the Irish Open history page, you'll get to see some details about who's won it over the last 30 years. There's also the Talk Temping reports for this event as well, and a lot of other stuff. If you've not been to Talk Temping before, you're missing a treat. A lot of details on our Facebook page as well. We've got some 360 media, thanks to Cubic AMF. Some slow-mo videos from earlier on in the week. I've got a lot of photographs still to upload from the tournament. If you just joined us, you're watching the 30th anniversary Irish Open in association with Storm Products. Thanks to all our other sponsors, Mao, Starbucks, Crumlin Print, Cool Tech, Rock Jewelers, Eco Hygiene, Heineken, Glen Ely Foods, TGI Fridays, Talbot Hotel, Frylight, Mao and Dublin Food Sales. Thank you to all our sponsors yet again for your kind support. Ooh, another strike there for Tom Byrne. Almost a strike from Salama. Tora Torgerson with a strike, a couple of spares, and he's left a 8 count. So a low 200 in his first game. Defending champion. Going to be there and thereabouts if he can make it through each step. You would think he should make it through this block. But we're looking at possibly around about 650 to 660 cut for the top 28, possibly. Could be a little bit lower, but judging on some of the scores going in, going to be reasonably high. Dan Balsam, any update on Tora's black eye? Yeah, I just mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. Just a random hit. It was somewhere, and this guy just lamped him for no apparent reason. We still don't know why it happened. And this is where you Leeds. Kind of common occurrence on a Friday night in Leeds. That somebody just lamping you for no apparent reason. Or most English cities, when the drunkards are out. He's striking again, those Tora. Fine figure of a man. Fit as a butcher's dog he is. I could quite fancy him myself if I was that way inclined. Ron Hurt with a spare strike, open frame strike. Decent first game from Ron. Would expect him to shoot an easy 660 or 70 without really breaking a sweat. Just come up a bit light there and left a single pin. Haven't seen much of Lee Chatfield though, not yet. All right. I know he's here because I think he's in Bowland somewhere. Aidan Byrne adds another strike. 9 miss, 3 in a row for Aidan. Jamie Elliott Couple of spares and a strike. Have a big cheer now if Nico gets a strike on lane 7. He's opened up with a strike, open frame split. But if you check the Irish Open Facebook page, there'll be a video on there somewhere of some past events, which include Chris Buck, Marcel van der Bosch, Nico and others when they won it, Thomas Lee Anderson and a few more. Video from way back. Oh, he left a 7-10. Did Nico. Jeffrey Kingman going okay. Strike 5 spare double. Going for a 280 pace. Tora Torgerson's added another one for a Barney Rubble. Kira Ray's opened up with front 3. Little pocket rocket from Barnsley, England. Runner up last year to Tora. Won herself $3.5 grand. Looking to add to that this year. And I think there's only about 5 ladies still in the tournament. Kira, Daria, Ghislaine. Nicole Sanders, Colonel Sanders. So one of those is going to be the female champion, going to win herself €500 for that title, and then they can win a little bit more in the men's part, like Kira did last year. Aidan Byrne adds another one for 4 in a row. Turkey noise there, down there somewhere from Selwyn Morgan. Not sure who hit the turkey. Coming on 23-23. Another late one. Not as bad as last year. I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning we got finished last year. And then we were back in at 9 o'clock. Dan Bolson speaking to Carnage says, I'm amazed you're not out there, Carnage. Irish Open is right up your street. Second to Vegas, obviously. Yeah, this event should be dominated by seniors. They love the crack. Big strike there for Nico Tiempon. Kira Ray adds another one for 4 in a row. Got Del Delaney with a couple of spares and a double. Old Silver Fox Del Delaney. Aidan Byrne on 5 in a row after that open frame. That's one way to come back from a single pin miss, is 5 in a row. So we're now with Tom Byrne on lane 8. Tom not having the best of starts here. 52 in the 4th. He's just struck now though. Tora Torgerson, 146 in the 7th with a double working in frames 8 and 9 now. Bad Jensen also beginning to strike, 108 in the 6th with a turkey on the board. Kira makes it 5 in a row. Is she going to be the 9th 300 of the tournament? We will find out soon. Answers on a postcard. Another person down there stringing the strikes. I'm not quite sure who it is. If it's Scott Walmsley or is it... No, it's not Scott. It is... someone else. Can't see. Aidan Byrne adds another one for 6 in a row. Making it look easy at the moment. Already had a 300 this week. Tora Torgerson looking for a turkey as he closes in on the end of the... Oh! Flying pin just missed the 10 pin. Salama makes 4 in a row now. Strike, couple of 9 spares and 4 bagger for the Finnish lad with the colourful shirt. Jamie Elliott just picking up a single pin. Can't really get going at the minute. 99 in the 5th with a spare in the 6th. Keep your comments and chat coming in. Just joined us. We're in game 2 of Final Step 2, part 2. The first block saw Anthony Simonson from the USA bowl games of 236, 279, 253 for 768 to lead the block. And then Richard Biscuit Teese from England with 256, 246, 237 for 739. The Icelandic lefty Inamar Bjornsson had a 722, and Ola-Pekka Pujari from Finland 710. But we think the cut's going to be around about 650 for the 28 over the 2 blocks. But that's just a guess. Not even an educated guess. Big cheer going up for, I think it's one of the Norwegians down there, or is it the Frenchman? 203 then for Tora Torgerson. He's had a 9 miss in the 10th, so I think Tora's going to have to shoot 220, maybe a 230 to feel safe. Aidan Byrne is the man at the moment. 7 in a row in frames 2 through 8. And looking for another one now. Yeah, good boy. Dan Balsam asking, how's Wigmore doing? All right. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not even sure we're going to see him. He's down on 1 and 2 at the minute, I think. I can just see his bald head. Kira went the front 6 and then a couple of spares. Doing all right at the moment. Tom Byrne has added another strike for a turkey. Down on 7 and 8. 72. So 102 in the 6th. And Byrne just won't stop striking. New bowler 270 with another 2 strikes. Oh, Nico, big split. Jeffrey Kingman's going to finish with about 195, which is not going to be enough. Depends what he had first game. So a fantastic game there for Aidan Byrne. Ten in a row. For the Irishman Aidan. Another strike for Tom Byrne, makes it 4 in a row. Yeah, very good game there from Aidan Byrne. 279, sorry. Not 270, 279. Kira looks like she's going to finish with a 268 if she goes off the sheet. Another 3 strikes to give herself a 268. Kingma, Jeffrey Kingma finishes with 195 then, and Karen Salama is going to finish with 228 if he gets a spare strike. Jamie Elliott 155 in the 8th with a strike in the 9th. Spare there for Nico. So Tom Byrne working 4 in a row in the senior event there on lane 8. Oh, and another good shot from Tom. Yeah, he's a good player, is Tom Byrne. And 228 then for the Finnish lad there in the acid-like wacky red, blue and yellow shirt. Everybody wants to be like Kyle Troop now. Kyle Troop owns colours. To be fair, we were wearing crazy pants a long time before Mr. Troop was. Not as long as his dad like. He was like the original, wasn't he? Dan Balsam says he's a gentleman as well as Tom Byrne. Yes, he does look like a gentleman. He's got a pretty good style actually for his age. What's the word for it? He's very economical with his effort. Good follow through. So Kira looks like she's going to get that 260. She's got then 3 strikes on the board. One more is just going to finish it off. She's really good as Kira. She's not bowled any tournaments this year. No practice, she says. She's come here and she's shooting 268s for fun. That's class. So 209 there for Tom Byrne, 203 for Jamie Elliott. And just waiting for Nico Tienpont to finish up. With 3 strikes, they'll give him a 171, so not a great game for him. Bit of cheering going up there for Selwyn, must be bowling quite well. So at this present time, I ain't got a clue who's leading this. I've got no idea if we're going to be interviewing. I think we might just finish it all up and get to bed, to be honest. 3-game block, Dan. Steve Carnage. Don't mention age, Dom, us seniors might get offended. Give over, you old coffin dodgers. You better be nice to me anyway, I'm not going to join your club in 4 years. Might make a comeback, but I'm not coming back until Ron Oldfield's gone. No way I'm giving him 20 pins. Or 30 or whatever it would be. Not a chance in hell of that. And it's bad enough because there's Gary Barlow out to take that, isn't there? Oh, go on, Dell, go on, Dell! Oh, just a little bit high. Want the best of shots from Mr. Delaney. So yeah, on the featured pairs now on 9 and 10 to the right of your screen, we've got Eric Van Saban and Del Delaney that are in the senior division. And then we've got Scott Walmsley, soon to be Daddy Walmsley from the Netherlands. Starts off with a strike. I think it did used to be 4 games. Yeah, they've taken it down to 3. It was super late last night. I think we were like 2 in the morning last year. And then we had that roll off because we had like 2 players tied on a game, and then one of them were already in the pub half cut, so played the roll off in the morning before we got started. Like some stupid rule, like ETBF rule actually, that usually it goes on the last lower game, doesn't it? Well, not on the final rounds. It's a tie's a tie, and you have to have a 2-frame roll off, which is annoying to say the least. Especially when it slows everything down. It's bad enough having seniors in the event slowing us down. You like that one, Steve? So on the other featured pair to the left of your lanes, we've got Pete Rogers, who came through on the Desperado, looking like Grizzly Adams with his beard and his ponytail. Nicole Sanders, his finger licking good at the minute. And James Claxton. James made it through on the Desperado. Called the 243. Pete Rogers had that 279, and Nicole Sanders with the 244. Well, 236 with ladies bonus, 244. Scott Walmsley then looking to pick up a spare in frame 2. Eric Saban with a spare strike. Adele Delaney with an open frame spare. Yeah, Dan saying, I can't believe you lost the footage of my roll-off and then re-roll off, Dom. I don't know, yeah, I don't know what happened to that, Dan. We were having technical issues last year. Honestly, can't remember. I can't remember last week, let alone last year, to be honest. Oh, 710 from Nicole there, in the pocket. And a big split there for Saban. Oh, nice trip for Pete Rogers. I'm not sure if he's a bowler or if he's in a rock band. Steve Carnage says, you know I'm faster than most of the youngsters. Fast at what? Aidan Bernstein again with a double. He's flying in a minute. Del Delaney going to pick up a single pin. Yeah, good shot. Strike from, would it strike or is he left a 10 pin, Wigmore? Yeah, left a 10 pin. A big shot there from Nicole after that 7-10. Comes back with a strike. We'll be back in the morning, I believe at 10 o'clock it starts for final step 2. I don't know if it's me, but this block seems a little bit slower than the last one, which suggests to me that we're not getting as many strikes as we got in the last block, which would also mean the cut could be slightly lower than we were expecting, but these are all ifs and buts. They don't make coconuts. Scott Walmsley, strike, 9 spare, 9 spare. Del Delaney, open frame, couple of spares, no strike. Eric Saban, Van Saban, spare strike, open frame strike. Aidan Byrne hit a turkey and then a spare after his 279 previous game. Yeah, I don't think I'm seeing as many strikes across the house now as we saw in that first block. I think a lot of these players were lower down the field than the first block, so arguably the better players were in the first stage of the final step one. Jammy Dodger leaves another 10 pin down on 5 and 6. Nico really wants to win this. He's putting a lot of pressure on himself, but he's got his heart set on becoming the first person to win the adult event and the senior event. He came close, I think. I think he lost to Tom Byrne last year. Could be the end of the road for James Claxton. I'm not sure what he's had the first two, but he's not striking now. 7 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare, 7 spare. Del Delaney needs to get the strikes going. 1-1 strike in 5 frames so far. Once played a yak tournament in there. Which one do you want? Tamworth it with the other one. What was that centre called in Birmingham? Can anybody remind me? Not the Tamworth one, the other one. Anyway, it was the first yak British Open or something like that. And I bowled really well. Just never missed the pocket, but I didn't qualify. Del come up and goes, I've never seen anyone leave so many 10 pins in my life. Why didn't you move? Why? I would it in the pocket all day. Someone's got to fall at some point. But it didn't. I nailed the pocket all day. And nailed pretty much most of my spares and still missed the cut. Yeah, you're all right. Ooh, nice big split there from Scott Walmsley. Ricky, you made it. Last minute decision. Oh, was you? I never saw you. Hey, Mark, you all right? Good to see you, boys. Yeah? Been any good? Ah, thank you. Appreciate it. Comedy material. They just laugh at us. Sorry? Possibly. Possibly. I might do. I don't know now. I went for Paul Morn. He went out he went out in the qualifying, so I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I ain't got a Scooby-Doo. Could be anybody. It'll be a male or a female. That's all I know. Who? Daria. Yeah, she's not bowling too well at the minute. No. I think she's trying to rag it too much. Just a bit. He's looked really good as Barry Foley this week. Yeah, he's been an animal on the lanes. Yeah, he wants it. He wants it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good call, that. Yeah, they think Barry Foley's going to be a possible winner. Ricky Faldy and Matt Johnson. Right, so we're halfway through this last game. Let's get squeaky bum time for some of the players out there. They're going to be looking at the numbers. They're going to be thinking, I need at least 650. I need at least 650. It could come down a little bit yet. I went for 660, but I've been wrong about everything else so far this week, so. It could be about 640 will get you through. But we'll see. Thanks to everybody that's watched today. We'll be back again in the morning at 10 o'clock for final step 2. Hope you can join us. A good strike there from Dell. Scott Walmsley looking for a Barney Rubble. Yeah, good shot. James Wigmore looks like he's tapping out for $193. So not sure what he had the first 2 games, but he's shaking his head. It looks like James is going out. Daria, not sure. Half of me don't want to make it so I can get it on the stream and have a chat with her. And half of me wants to watch her bowl. There's something about a girl that can really rag a ball that just gets me excited. And the only other player that got me excited like that before was Kirsten Penny. I'd watch her all day. Dell finally gets a double. 106 in the 6th, and a couple of strikes up on the board now. Carnage says Skinny Thirlby will win it. Dan Balsam says Thirlby and Crocker. Want the in Miami Vice, them two, Thirlby and Crocker. Another strike from Scott Walmsley as we come into the last 2 frames on lane 9 and 10. Big strike from Nico. Three in a row. 79 in the 4th with a turkey on the board now. So I've no idea what the scores are down the bottom end then, but we'll get wind of it very shortly. We're not going to be able to give out any scores tonight, I don't think. We can maybe find out 1 or 2, but it's going to be a case of waiting for the scoring guys to get it up, and it's going to be about another 20 minutes or so. So we're going to have to knock the stream off at the end, and we're going to be unknown as to who exactly has made it through, but if you check over the next 30 minutes, if you check 10pinbowling.ie/Irish Open, the results will pop up there, hopefully in about half an hour's time. There's some shouting going on for Selwyn, so maybe he's bowling well. What Daria, what did you have? Borderline maybe. Plus 30 for Daria, 630. She's you said 630 then, and I thought, well, that might be borderline, and you were just like a pin below, weren't you? Well, this is the lesser of the two, wasn't it? So I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen much.
This is some of my weaknesses. She's crashing the arrows and then she makes me win.
Yeah, Chris Sloan just coming up, and he's on 6:29, and Daria's on 6:30, and they're both sweating on the number. Paul Giles says, Dom, check out a young US bowler called Jenna Williams. She revs the nuts out of the ball. I will do, yeah. Jenna Williams. I'll make a note of that. So 205 for Eric Van Saben. Yeah, just watching a video of Jenna Williams. She does get a bit on it. I'm not sure if she gets as much as Daria used to. I know Daria's toned hers down a little bit, but she does get hold of it though, that Jenna. 192 for Del Delaney. Nico on 4 in a row now. Making it 5. Oh, hit it. There you go. A big messenger flies across for 5 in a row from Nico Diempont. So one more strike will give Scott Walmsley to 11. 178 for James Claxton, so it looks like we might be saying goodbye to James. 218 for Pete Rogers. Not quite sure what he had for his other two. And Nicole Sanders, she's going to have to tap out for a 213. Again, not sure what she had. So that's just about it. Just watching Nico bowl a good game here. 5 in a row. Tom Burns going to finish with a 207. Jamie Elliott with a 216 if he gets another 2 strikes. So that's just about it for the day, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the show today. It's been a long day. Need to get some rest now. We're on 12 o'clock. Might actually get 8 hours sleep at this rate. That'll be cool. It's going to be another, not super long day tomorrow, but intense. Right, I think we'll spin the camera around a little bit and we'll pick up Nico's last few shots. Just watch Nicole finish her shot. One more strike for a 213. Leaves a single pin. Let's go around a little bit and try and pick up Nico Tiempon's final few shots. There we go on Nico. Yeah, another one for 6. Dad Balsam saying, I expect you'll be nipping across the road for a beer now, Dom. I won't actually. I've not had a beer since I got here, and to be honest, I don't think I'll have one at all. I'm not a drinker. Not anymore, anyway. Certainly not at the prices they're charging. I'm from Yorkshire, man. €5-6 a pint. That can do one for me. I'm high on life as it is. Jamie Elliott with a 216, Tom Byrne with a 207, and Nico's going to be the final player to finish us off now. Working a 6 in a row. Yeah, and another one. I don't know, he must be chasing the number actually, Nico, because he's going nuts for him now. And like I said earlier, he wants to be the first person to win the adult and senior events. So we got them 109, 139, 169, 199, 229, 259. He's going to finish with. And the other thing, Dan, is I'm working. I do take this job seriously. There's no point me coming in half cut in the morning. I'll not be able to do much commentary then. And leaves a single pin at the end, but a good game there. 258 from Nico Tiempon. Respectful clap from everybody. And that concludes the day's bowling for us. So, like I say, it's going to be about another 15-20 minutes time before we get any results. So I'll be in bed by then. So get yourself off to 10pinbowling.ie/Irish Open. In about 10 or 15 minutes time, you'll find the scores and we'll know who exactly is going to be making it into the morning. I'm making a cut prediction of about 6:40, but we need it to be about 6:25 really, and then we'll see Daria again and Sloane Ranger. So thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it today. We'll see you again at 10 o'clock in the morning for final step 2. And it's all going to get really exciting. Steve Carnage there just saying, tight gate, lucky you don't live in London. I'm really lucky I don't live in London. Yeah, it's bad enough going down there. I get shivers when I go down there. I just can't wait to get back up the M1. But that's another story. See you all tomorrow, folks. Thanks for watching.